Hello my loves and welcome back. In this video I wanted to talk to you about an energy healing technique called light lifting. Now this was brought to me very recently when I did a Cat Chakra Cleanse Re-Balance treatment for a cat called Arabella, who I had no idea just how powerful and profound our connection was going to be. She helped me to expand my gifts as an energy healer in ways that I didn't even think was possible. So I felt really drawn to share with you what is light lifting and how can you do it, because from what I experienced with Arabella, everyone can do this. So if you're interested in energy healing, this is the video for you. So let's dive in. So I've been doing Cat Chakra cleanses now for like years. I can't even think how many years, 5-6 years maybe. And every single treatment is different. I work with the cat's energy, their core energy centers, their chakras, and I clear, cleanse and balance them. Generally speaking, the cat has words to share at the beginning, so it's a bit of like an animal communication part. Then we do the energy work, and then I have a call with the guardian to give them the feedback and share what's happened. And when I started to work with Arabella, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. First of all, I did all my grounding and protection, and she still wanted me to do more. She wanted me to spend some time with some music to anchor into my body. And then when we got into the session, she didn't really have words. It was more about sensing and feeling her energy, which yes, takes a bit of practice. But when we got into the chakra cleanse part, she asked me to do something which I've never ever done before, which when I asked her what the name was, she gave me the term light lifting. Now, when I work with a cat, because I'm an empath, I generally feel their energy in myself. So if I'm working with the cat's throat chakra, I will maneuver my hand around the energy like this. Or if the crown, I'm working like this on myself, like on behalf of the cat. But with Arabella, she wanted me to use like, there's just like space, you know, like in front of me. So I was sat here kind of moving my hands around, you know, manipulating and shifting her energy. And she helped me to realize that we are all deeply connected. I don't have to have like the body to shift the energy. It's about intention. And this is where you guys can do this. So when you're working with your cat, you know, you can sense and feel their energy. Now I've got another video called Feel Your Cat's Frequency. Feel the Frequency, I think it's called. And it's how to feel the energy of your cat. So check that out. With light lifting, it's about moving the energy from one space to another. So energy is ever expanding, like it's ever changing, ever moving, ever growing. It doesn't diminish, it just keeps getting transmuted. And Arabella asked me to light a candle for her, which I've done many times before. And I didn't actually realize that when you light a candle, this may sound really simple, but when you light a candle, you are literally creating energy, because not only do you have, you know, the light, obviously there is warmth, which is thermal energy, right? So when you light a candle, you are creating energy. And what Arabella asked me to do, because she had problems with her knee, was to, let's hold that straight, was to basically move the energy from one place to another. So she asked me to essentially scoop the light, but I can feel the warmth in my hand, and put it into her knee. So I was working with her like in a quantum space, like, you know, like in the invisible, right? And I literally was scooping it and putting it into her knee. Okay, and this is what you can do as well. So it's all about intention. You don't have to be qualified, you don't have to have any, you know, training for this. You can light a candle, come into a quiet space, come into your heart space, and literally scoop the warmth, the light, the energy, and put it into your cat. Now you can work with your physical cat in front of you if they wish to participate with you. What I didn't realize is when I then kind of like had a look into this, because the psychologist part of me, the logical part of me was like, well, this is just crap, right? Like, I'll be honest with you, that's what happened. I was like, this is just crazy. However, when I looked into it and realized that the frequency of a candle, this blew my mind. The frequency of a candle is the same frequency as all the chakras. So the frequency of a candle, let me find my note, is 430 to 770 terahertz. Now, the color red frequency starts at 400 to 480, depending on the shade of red, terahertz, and violet is 700 to 800. So although we only see the orange or maybe a bit of yellow, the blue, the other colours are in there. They're just, the particles are so small that our human eye can't see them. So I'm like, oh my gosh, so this beautiful being in front of me, Arabella, has asked me to, use all of these frequencies, like this scoop of frequencies, and put it into her body. It was absolutely incredible. I felt tingles all the way down through my body. It was like nothing I've ever experienced before. So this is something that you can do with your cat. Like if you've got multiple cats, please shut the door and make sure that it's safe for you to do this, because obviously having an open flame, you need to be aware of, safety concerns. And ask your cat, ask them if they're open to it. Would you like to try some energy healing? Would you like to experience some light lifting? And like I said, it is really simple. You just kind of come into your heart space, take a few nice deep breaths, okay? Light your candle, scoop it, and like literally you can feel the warmth in your hand, okay? You can feel the warmth in it. So scoop the light and put it into a part of your cat, or scoop it, and if your cat doesn't have a particular issue with the part of their body, just offer it above their head, almost like you're kind of sprinkling the energy, the light, the frequency into and around their body. Now, what you might find is that if you do this with your cat, they may ask you for it, they may look for it, because cats are deeply, deeply energetic beings. They are so sensitive to energy, so much more than we are. And once you start to use this tool or technique with your cat, you may find that they come to you to ask for it again and again and again. Now, like I said, the great thing here is anyone can do this. All you need to do is come into your heart space, set the intention, and let the energy move and flow. Now, what happened with Arabella was, she had this really big shift. I started to yawn. Now, when I'm doing this work with cats, doing the Cat Chakra Cleanse treatment, like I said, it comes through, moves through my body. So I was yawning and yawning and yawning, which is a sign of an energy release. So I'm putting this light, this energy, this frequency into her body. She's releasing the pain and discomfort. It was absolutely incredible. So be aware that your intention matters, your energy matters. And don't try this when you're stressed from your day job, you're thinking about things to do tomorrow, or chores, or things in the family, and things in the home are crazy with the family. This is about finding that nice safe space, that quiet time where you can be present with your cat, and try it, give it a go. Trust your intuition, okay? Trust what comes through. When you scoop the light, where are you drawn to put it? And it might be that you actually want to try this for yourself for the first few times, okay? Sit with your candle, okay? Come into your heart space, nice deep breath. Scoop the light. Oh, see, it's interesting. So for me, it's gone straight to my tummy. So it's going straight to my solar plexus chakra, which is in my tummy area, which is absolutely fascinating. Because I've had a bit of a worry tummy this morning with some things that are going on. So that's interesting. So I hope you found this useful. I hope you found this interesting. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Hearing from the Naturally Cats community puts so much sparkle in my jar. If you give this technique a go, let me know what happens. If you try it with yourself, what do you sense and feel? If you did it with your cat, what did you notice? What happened? And if you're a bit cautious and not quite sure if you can do this, no worries. You can always book in a Cat Chakra Cleanse and Rebalance treatment with me. Like I said, I have an hour working with the cat, and I use their photo because it's all done remotely. And then I have an hour with the guardian and give them all the feedback. Now, a lot of times there are tears from the guardians when they hear the words of the cat, when they hear the energy and things. There are practical options that the cats will ask for. Arabella asked for this particular music track. She asked for some light lifting. She also asked for a mantra to be used for some words to help her with this operation that's coming up, to help ground her. So, it's not just an energy treatment, it's so much more than that. But I'll pop a link below, so if you're interested to find out about a Cat Chakra Cleanse and Rebalance treatment, have a look, check it out, and I look forward to working with you and your cat. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your energy lifting, with your light lifting and your energy treatments, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.